We are live. And what a night of Friday Night Hockey we have in store for you. It's already been fun. We did the sing-along, and I think we've got that out of our system. So now we are here for Friday Night Hockey on the Independent Broadcast Network. I'm Winners with One. I'm here with Dr. Killinger, and we are bringing you the final week of the HQML Season 5, leading into the playoffs. And this will be Team Fancy versus the World. Sort of like Scott Pilgrim versus the World, except it'll be Team Fancy.
Fancier.
And they have 3 games on the lineup. We'll see how many of those games actually take place, as we have, I believe they will be playing Stoner Kim, the Mighty Dicks, and the 8th grade graduates. So we will see who shows up to make that happen. So getting on into it, we're doing an open skate right now, apparently. And once that is done, we will start. Team Fancy's here, are they not? Hello, Team Fancy, yes?
Fancy is here.
Okay, are you guys excited?
We are.
Where's our theme song? Somebody play it.
We have
YouTube
Skynet will kill us if we
know.
Yeah. Well, we'll probably get dinged just for that one line that you just said. Yeah,
Smoke weed every day.
Surprisingly, we did not get a YouTube thing for the smoke weed every day part. We were kind of curious if they would or not, but they did not. But anyway,
we got a flag. Nobody here flags.
Oh man.
Except for the French.
All right, we're going to move into the casting challenge. We're going to let this thing begin. So good luck to all the teams tonight, and especially to Team Fancy, as they had several games delayed until the end of the season. And basically, if they win all of these games tonight, they will be in the playoffs. If they don't win, I guess they won't be.
Rest in peace, winners.
All right, love you guys. Good luck to everybody.
Bye.
I love those guys.
Yeah, it's a little too legit for me. Holy shit.
I think Killinger's still in here.
Channel switched.
And hello, yes, as a less chaotic
I was
space
serious when I said take me with you.
Oh, I didn't hear you when you said that. Oh,
right.
Okay, or else I totally would have. Well, you're here with me now, and we are here with everybody watching, our millions of viewers around the world, as we are about to get this thing started. Yeah, it's been kind of a fast and loose evening tonight. We knew that it would be, so we just kind of been having fun with it. But right now, we've got a game happening underneath us here at the Royale Cheese Arena in beautiful downtown Chicago, Illinois, on the fastest internet backbone in the world, and you're watching some of the best in the world play right now, as they are in open skate, and it is a 4-3 lead for the red team. And will blue do anything with it before time runs out? No, we'll go to the second period with the scoreline staying the same. So, yeah, we'll see, like we said, who shows up. We know that Team Fancy is here. At least that's happening. So we'll get at least one game in tonight. And the rest of them, if they get in by forfeit, then some people are probably going to be a little salty about that as well. They should, because they should have showed up.
Yeah, show them play. Maybe you'll get in next time.
But either way, it's leading into a very exciting HQML Season 5 playoffs. So this is a long distance. Is this going? No, just wide to the left. But we've had all attendance issues aside, this has been the biggest season of HQML so far. Our 5th season, we had, 9 teams, a record in HQML, and most of them survived DVD. Tying it up with a nice one there as he went to the backhand. And so the Mighty Dicks will be here, apparently, if Dick Van Dijk is. So that's at least 2 games. I believe Stoner Kim is here. We'll see how the 8th grade graduates do. Now, they did put together a team last week, a ragtag team of mostly ringers, I think, but they did show up and play. So, and which was good, even though they are mathematically eliminated from the playoffs. Now, Team Fancy, I believe, going into this had 2 points in the standings, so they will need all the points they can get in order to advance. DVD really he's the guy to ask. He knows he keeps up with the statistics, along with the people upstairs in the admin booth. And here's one from downtown, and this one will go wide to the right. So with the empty net, they are taking every opportunity to just put them towards the goal, but so far none have fallen in this period. It is still 4-4, 3:25 left. And yeah, we're expecting a game or two of great interest tonight, as it's Team Fantasy versus the world here.
Yeah, this is going to be a pretty interesting way to wrap up the season, the regular season. And yeah, we'll just have to see how it goes. Good to see a lot of Team Fantasy.
Yeah, we would have included the sing along, but yes, when I think about it, man, yeah, there are certain copyright restrictions that would probably totally kill that, even though
yeah.
you could barely tell the songs being sung. I don't know. Even YouTube's Skynet may not have been able to decipher a couple of those, Killinger, but nevertheless.
Yeah, it's hard to tell, but we just rather not try.
Take no chances, yes. Super Hot Glue, take no chances in front of the net with a shot and score, making it 5-4. And there is a comeback for the blue team about halfway through this game. In our first and probably only open skate of the night, I want to make this happen. There's a long distance shot from Matt over everybody's heads and in, makes it 5-5. So a quick answer to that goal from the blue team, Super Hot Glue. And Matt, who was voted, Kilder, if you saw that, the best hockey player in the world.
Yes. Greater than even Meffy.
Yeah, Meffy only got one vote, but still number one in our hearts. But yes, Matt, well-deserved, as I was kind of surprised. I figured more people would vote for Kukler, the Russian superstar, but Matt certainly proven himself, especially this season, as we've watched three-pronger clinch. They were the first team to clinch a playoff spot in solid fashion. There was a solid save there, as that one goes almost in, but not quite. But yeah, there was a poll, and it is on r/hockey question mark. Our friend Migo Meepo set up an international poll and again, a big save, Fuzzy Wuzzy, as they were determining who is the best, because this is the kind of shit that they like to do. Who's the best? Who's the 13th best, and etc. So it was interesting to see the outcomes of the poll. A lot of our favorites from HQML were well represented in that, as befits the most elite league in the world, which you're looking at right now.
Indeed. And yeah, it's we've kind of petered out here 5-5. They've just kind of been dump and chase back and forth now for a couple of cycles. Oh, there's a shot, though. Never mind.
Yeah, it is settling down a little bit from the excitement of Singing Journey. And, of course, Iggy Azalea was on the playlist, as was the theme from the Fresh Prince of Gabe with his fourth. 6-5 now. And that was a nice shot from just beyond the face-off circle. So we're about half a minute left here in the second period. As we'll see who gets to this. It is Paris E. And I'm not sure who Paris E is.
Yeah.
If they are on the Stoner Kim team. Everybody in their aliases, man. It's hard to keep up sometimes.
Yeah, and then you get people named things like Get the Fuck Away, which I don't think that's really an alias so much as a
statement of purpose, yes. And it's a PAX weekend, so hello to all our friends at PAX. Hopefully there aren't riots breaking out already at PAX. There was talk of...
Should we call this the PAX Team Fancy Special Edition or whatever?
It is the PAX Team Fancy Special Edition, yeah. Because the last time we called it a PAX Special Edition, we got more hits on the YouTube.
We got about 10 times as many hits as we usually do with PAX. So if you're watching this expecting a PAX video, we apologize already.
No, we're totally here at PAX. We're in Seattle. And there's one that came from Seattle off the side of the post. And here's another chance in front. Broken up, big defensive play as he swoops in to stop that. I believe that was Matt, the all-star player, voted number one in the world. Now, three-pronger will not be on the lineup tonight. They are, I think they already played their Team Fancy game, which they ended up winning. In fact, they won all their games. I don't think they have dropped a game yet. In fact, I don't think they've had a game where they scored less
Fewer
than
than 9.
goals and
Yes.
allowed more than 3. So it is kind of, I would say, with some hesitation, but not much, that they are probably the favorites to take it all here in season 5. But we have seen some upsets happen before in the playoffs, Killinger, and that's why we play them.
Oh, yes. The reason why we play the games. If you just went by the Vegas odds, then we already know who was going to win.
Yeah, just then it just becomes a pen and paper game, which I don't know. A hockey RPG sounds fun. Matt, oh, he's not. You're not going to see him score a much easier goal than that, but he'll take it. Ties it at 6. 3:35 left in the third period, and so at least we're getting some bonus footage of your world's top player. Congratulations to Matt.
Indeed.
Haven't seen Dial tonight.
No,
He's
we
the other
haven't.
star player. Well, really, they're all good on that three-pronger team. And next week, the playoffs. Oh, wide to the left. Next week, the playoffs begin. So we definitely want to encourage people to check that out. There will be 4 teams to make it into the HQML playoffs. And then the week after that, I was waiting on that one to possibly go in, but no. And still in danger at the point. Somebody's got to get to this. They're playing the body, not the puck right now. And Kapanen will come away with it and just send it down. Nice pass there as DVD is going to try to take this in. No, and they're going to slam up against the boards. But yes, so in 2 weeks, it will be the finals. It will be a best of 5 all in one night. But next week is going to be kind of a marathon effort, Killinger. It always is, because it'll be best of 3s, I believe, as we will have 2 best of 3s as the top 4 teams play each other.
Okay. But tonight's lineup, we're just looking at 3 games, right?
Potentially 3 games, yes, as fancy, yeah, because a couple of the games got rescheduled, postponed, and so it just kind of turned out that way. And so now, yes, Team Fancy will be fighting for their playoff lives here on the Independent Broadcast Network. So very compelling shit, as always.
Esports waits for no phone call here. I will be right back.
All right, cool. We'll keep it going with 1:37 left. The shot is gone! Matt gets his second and makes it 7-6. Will that be the game winner? Plenty of time left in this one, as they've got a minute and change now. Off the draw, red team with it. Taking it to the neutral zone. Going to go ahead and launch one from distance, and Matt is third with the long distance call, with Goose getting the assist. 8-6 now. So no, that was not the game winner, but it could be part of the game-winning effort. We'll see. Here comes the blue team on the move, getting in position, firing wide to the right. And they'll handle this in the corner. And going to send this in front, right into the slot. Nobody home to take that. It will go all the way back to the other end. DVD is going to race Goose for it. He will get there first. And does he keep the? No, he does not keep it away. And he is doing the spinorama over here on the other side, as this one is still loose, and now blue team with it. 39 seconds left. Firing from distance, and this one's going to go over the net, but just barely. And so 30 seconds left now. This one is going slowly towards an empty net, and it will miss by quite a bit to the left. 18 seconds now. Blue team with it. Do they have time? 13 seconds. No, they probably don't have time. Less than 10 seconds. Here's a chance. Right in front. And he's going to have trouble handling it there. 3 seconds now, and that will do it. Red team takes it. A couple of goals by Matt there, making the difference. And so now, I believe we will start the Team Fancy. What? Oh, yeah. The bomb threats. Okay, yeah. We're getting swatted. Is that what's happening? Wonderful. Yeah, Stoner Kim will be the first to play Team Fancy here. As we look at your lineups, hopefully Killinger will be back shortly. We'll go ahead and give them to you now. In blue, it is Team Fancy. They will be starting Fancy V, Lidl Fancyton, PK Fancy, and Fancy Slugger. And they will be doing their best to win their way into your hearts before the evening is over. And for Stoner Kim, Matt is going to be playing for them tonight, and that is allowed under HQML rules. Kapanen will be here, Super Hot Glue, of course, and Paris. How is Fancy supposed to make the playoffs against Matt? It's a good question, Gabe. But yes, under the current rules, it is allowed. Now, it won't be allowed in the playoffs, obviously. But in the regular season, it is perfectly copacetic to do that. And now here is one off the draw, and Matt already sneaking one in with just a few seconds off the clock, 17 to be exact. 1-0. So, yeah, I don't know. That could be controversy if he is the reason they lose. But Fancy V, a.k.a. Big V, as he buries one up in the corner to tie things up. And so a couple of quick strikes from both these teams. And Team Fancy, they came to play tonight, as well they should. Their playoff hopes are on the line. A lot is going to be determined here in this evening's Friday Night Hockey. And so far, they've looked pretty good here in this first minute. And here is, again, Big V, Fancy V. We'll try to endeavor to call them by their names in the game. And there's a shot around the corner now. They're going to try to pick this up. It will be stolen and loose. Here comes Matt. Firing from downtown. They seize it as PK. It's going to take more than that to get past PK Paching, a.k.a. PK Pafancy. Yes, as DVD says, there is a crazy complicated tiebreaker. I think if the Mighty Dicks win, they might be locked into a possible four-way tie. I'm not sure. It's crazy. He was explaining all this to me last week, but my memory and my math together really fail me somewhat on all this. But here is Stoner Kim with it on the move, and it will be sent around. Here is Fancy V, and he is stopped defensively there. He's going to be able to get it back to Lidl, who will take this around across the point, goes ahead and fires one off the post, and trying to dig that rebound out. They will end up sending it on past, and again, Lidl there, but stolen. Matt loose, 1v1. Here he goes, shot, and score! His second of the game. Makes it 2-1. And wow. He just picked Lidl's pocket there. And so this one is going to be pretty interesting. As we are about halfway through the first period, a 2-1 lead for Stoner Kim plus Matt. And again, here they go with it. Back into the Fancy zone. And PK will take this, go ahead and launch it out. Slugger there with it. And he's got Fancy V on the wing. He's going to move through. He's taking his time with this. Two players on him. And that gives the Kapanen a little bit of time to get out there and make the stops. So now this one will go all the way back. Littleton will handle it yet again. Again, the long distance pass well made over there to Fancy V. Now it's going to be sent back again. So they are content to dump and chase it right now. 1:46 remaining in the first. Almost a shot there as a little bit of stick work is keeping him away. And now this puck is dislodged. And Fancy trying to advance it past the neutral zone. It's going to be a battle for it here. Dumped back in once again. Matt chasing yet again, and they're on to him. They had like three guys converging to stop him on that one, and now we'll see where Slugger takes this. Stolen again, another chance, and off the post again, the rebound. Paris shoots and scores. 3-1 now as Stoner Kim gets one with an assist from Matt as Paris gets a nice goal in front. So good stuff so far, but it has been all about Stoner Kim, even though Team Fancy is fighting hard. And now here they are loose again. It's Matt, and he cradles the puck, shoots it, and scores it. He has already got his hat trick here in the first period. Wow. So we'll go under a minute with that. And a 3-goal lead for Stoner Kim. And this is looking like a tough one for Team Fancy. As they get one towards the net there, Captain will go ahead and launch that all the way back to PK. He will take his time, wait for his team to set up. Here is Big V, going to send it down. Stolen away, sent back, and they're looking for the outlet pass there in front. Not going to get it. PK is going to get to this first, and now they're going to have to get back as Littleton in the net. And a big stop there as they stop the oncoming shot. 10 seconds now, and probably won't have time. Well, maybe they do have time to do something here, but no, not quite. And they will at least stop the offensive onslaught for a bit. And Team Fancy down by 3 in this first game of 3 scheduled games that they are playing tonight for their playoff contention here on HQML Season 5.
Yeah, I see this. This is not looking great for the Fancy guys.
Well, we were talking about Matt. We said that was probably the last you were going to see of him, but it turns out he's ringing for Stoner Kim. So that's a tough thing for any team to have to go against. And the backhander, and this one's going to go behind the net and around, and this will take a favorable bounce. Time for Fancy V to get this, and he's going to be able to get loose with it. He shoves one in and scores. 4-2 now. And Team Fancy, are they on the comeback trail? They are definitely off to a good start there in the second period as they've cut it to a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, it's
So,
progress. Got a lot of hockey left to play, though.
That is true, but there's a lot of hockey left in Matt as he launches one from the center ice line and makes it 5-2. 4 of those goals have been scored by Matt. And PK showing a little bit of frustration there, understandably so.
Yeah,
PK definitely one of the best goalies in the league. But yeah, he's having a hard time keeping up with the offense that they're able to generate by having Matt there, as any goalie would.
Yeah.
Here's one from distance. They want to save. PK Fancy with a nice one, swatting that out of the air. That is beautiful. That is tremendous. And he says, I made a save.
Indeed he did.
Indeed he did. He will probably have to make a few more before this night is over with, especially with this kind of offensive firepower coming at him. And there's some good defense as they follow Matt all the way in with the double team and are able to stop that one, get a piece of it, and keep it away from the net. And so now this one will be sent down as it will be Matt and Slugger going at it here. And he's going to just kind of weave and dodge. And Slugger working hard to try to get this away. Gets it on net. Kapanen is going to make the save as this will be. Are they going to hold this in? Possibly. Yes. No. Right there at the blue line. They do. And now they are still with it. And there's one rocketing back the other way. And PK will take this. And he's got plenty of room to work here. 2:21 left in the second. A 3-goal lead for Stoner Kim. But it is Team Fancy is definitely working to try to get those goals back and make their way into the HQML playoffs. Yeah, and according to DVD, and this is, I've felt pretty confident in saying this, but yes, there is nothing within the current rules of HQML that precludes Matt from playing on this team. And there's one from distance. What a save. The rebound. Another stop on defense. So the whole team pitching in. PK there as well as Slugger. They both made some stops. And that gives Team Fancy a chance to break loose with it in the other direction. This one will be stopped by Captain, and he knocks this over the net. And it will go back around. 125 left. But yeah, I think the only rules about substitutions and rosters have to do with the actual playoffs. So once you're in the playoffs, you have to play with teams that are locked onto your rosters in the official HQML Google document. I'm pretty sure that is how it works.
Indeed. That sounds correct to me.
But those rules do not apply to regular season games. Well, some of these regular season games would not have happened if not for the ringers coming in from other teams. So I know that things are changing. I know that next season's HQML will be a lot different in terms of how it is played. Oh! Big V with a shot and score as he had that one, and it just bounced off of Kapanen's stick into the net and makes it 5-3. Here's a launched one from distance. That's going to bounce over the crossbar. But yeah, he had that one controlled, and then it just kind of got away from him and results in a goal. So Team Fancy far from out of this yet. A 2-goal lead for Stoner Kim, but that goal could be big for Team Fancy as we near the end of the second period. And they'll get another shot off before time runs out. This one will go well beyond the net. And 5-3 is how we will begin the third period of this first game tonight on Friday Night Hockey.
Yeah, the Team Fancy could still do it. With Matt still playing, it's not horribly likely, but it could happen. We have seen weirder outcomes.
We sure have, Killinger. Oh, my. Well, I think back. And off the draw, here's a chance. Shot, score! Littleton. He cuts it to 1. And how about that? So, within less than 10 seconds, they have cut to 1. Here's another chance. And a save made by Kapanen. He saw that one coming. That was unfolding very similarly to the opening draw. And he was able to corral that one. But Team Fancy is on the ups here offensively. They are trying to move this. And a little bit of room here. He'll send one into the slot. And it will go all the way to the face-off circle. Now they're just going to go ahead and keep this down in the corner, as they are doing a good job here of pushing them deep into their zone. Now they've got to get something happening in front now that they've got them on their heels a little bit, because that's the best way to overcome something like this. You don't want to give Matt room to move, and here he is, and there's a big play defensively again as Slugger and Littleton both on him, as they are very aware that Matt is an offensive juggernaut. So they are definitely saying, nope, we're going to try to shut that down the best we can with double, even triple teaming. And that's probably not a bad strategy, Killinger.
No, that's probably not when he has the puck, no. It's just everybody tackle him.
And I could tell there's going to be some talk about this afterwards, but yes,
yeah.
Those are the rules as we know them currently. That they may change with the format change coming next season, but for now, yes, Matt is a totally legal player. But yes, it's got to be frustrating for this Fancy team, especially if they end up dropping this one by a goal or two, because Matt has done a lot of scoring here as the top player in the world, voted by the players.
That is very true. Yeah, that poll just came out.
And here he is again, and he gets away from him there. He had the puck and just lost it, gets it back quickly. And right now he's just playing some keep away as he will take this back into the neutral zone, broken up. this could be a chance for Fancy if they can get to it, but sent from distance. The save easily made by PK, and now they will have a chance to move this again. Here they go. Across the line, a shot, and Kapanen with the save. The rebound, and it's just over the net. Got a piece of it, just enough to massage that one over the crossbar. So now turning, burning, looking for it in the slot. Not quite. It will go into the corner, and Big V will pursue it. And Kapanen's going to go ahead and take this and send it back out, looking for Matt on the outlet pass. But too many people in front. Now Matt steals it back, and he's got room to fire here. Off the bar, off the side of the post. Oh, man, that could have been a game killer there, but not quite. Team Fancy still in this. 1:40 left to play in the third. Can they make a comeback and send this into overtime? This is their chance. with it in the corner, stolen. And now here's the shot. And somehow that one manages to get away from the goal. It looked like a couple of guys got some wood on that. And that is what she said. Ha ha. Ha ha ha, yes. 1:15 left now. And Stoner Kim will probably just try to do some possession control here as best as they can. But as Matt gets the puck in the corner, swarmed upon by all of Team Fancy, Big V will take it. And now he's got Slugger in front of him and Littleton going the other way as they will set up on offense. Big V going to take this himself as he covers the puck, keeps it away from one guy, two guys, but not three. And this will go back into the corner. Here comes PK to handle it. He will send it back around to Lidl. He will take it and just keep it going. And it is sent back. And here's how he almost sent it to Matt. Yes, and Matt took a mighty swing, and that one just swing and a miss. So 20 seconds now. They are at least keeping it away from Team Fancy. That's what they had to do. And will there be time taken away? Great job on defense. They've really tightened it up on D, but it's not going to be enough. And Stoner Kim will win this game.
That was actually a very good, very close game. And you know what? I think you're right. If Matt hadn't been in it, could have gone the other way.
It could have gone the other way.
Very easily. Could have gone the other way. But that's neither here nor there anymore. So we're going
it'll go in the books
2.
As a win. And Big V is saying that. I think we would have won that if they didn't have Matt. And yeah, the scoreline and the amount of goals that Matt scored would probably indicate that as well. And of course, we can't really say for sure because you never know. But yeah, I'm inclined to agree. So the Mighty Dicks are here. Yes, they are here, Killinger. So we will have two games. And Swag Squad is here, aka the 8th grade graduates. So we will be playing 3 tonight.
So in blue here, Team Fancy's still got pretty much the same lineup here. We've got Fancy V, Lidl Fancyton, PK Fancy, and Fancy Slugger PhD. In red, for the Mighty Dicks, we have DVD, Goose, Giraffe Dick, and Claude DeCrue.
Yes, Claude is back.
Yes. Looking forward to next round where I get to say Briz Easy 8th grade graduate Swag Squad Tits Master.
Oh, man. He must be a Dean Ambrose fan.
Oh, man.
I agree. So, here we are, our second game of the night. And we wondered if any of these guys were going to give Team Fancy a pass by just not showing up and getting the forfeit. But yes, even the 8th grade graduates, aka Swag Squad, they have been mathematically eliminated for a couple of weeks, but they are here to play. So credit to them. But yeah, nobody's going to just one does not simply let Team Fancy walk into the playoffs.
No. No, sir.
cue the Sean Bean picture.
Fancy
Here's a
takes
shot. Oh, off that crossbar. That was a very close one there. Sent in front. And this one is just beyond the blade. Now he'll send it back the other way. Yeah, they're going to keep doing this. And a nice move by Big V, shooting and scoring. And he and Slugger were just playing catch with it for a while. And I thought Big V would just fire away there, but he very patiently held on to the puck, froze the goalie, and moved in with it. That was a very nice play by him. And here's a second one. Oh, but this is a save made, and a good one. As I believe that was Giraffe in the net.
I believe so.
And he got a good stop on him there. So Team Fancy with a little bit of jump here after, well, I'm sure they've got to be feeling kind of weird about that last game. So
yeah,
they may be coming at this, with a vengeance.
One can only hope so. Because they've got to win this one if they want to continue on to the playoffs.
Yeah, after this game, we'll have to see if DVD can sort of unravel some of these playoff scenarios for us, because I am really not sure. I was talking about it earlier. There are potential scenarios of the playoffs where there could be a four-way tie, in which case there was no real tiebreaker set up, because yeah, I mean, when I was told about it, I'm like, well, let's see, what are the usual tiebreakers? A goal differential? Well, they didn't want goal differential because they didn't want to encourage people running up the score and things like that. So yeah, we may have to sumo for it. That was my solution.
I like that better than the singing contest. After
no
singing.
Shot and score!
Fancy V!
Big V! A beautiful backhander from way back close to the point. And 2-0 now. And so this is looking a little more like it for Team Fancy.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Getting some mileage here out of the offense.
Yeah, I don't know how many votes Big V got in that worldwide Who's the Best Player poll, but he definitely deserved to get a few, because we have seen him play really well here on Friday Night Hockey.
For a long time.
For a long time, yeah, so pretty much from the beginning. Here is a potential shot. This one blocked. Team Fancy, they are all about the defense tonight. I really have to say that they are looking very aggressive on D. That they have really shut down the passing lanes. They're playing tough man on man. I mean, they're doing all the things that you really want to see defensively from a team, and that has, of course, it didn't stop Matt from scoring a grip of goals in that last game, but so far it's kind of stymied these Mighty Dicks, who are a solid scoring team in their own right.
Yeah,
18 seconds now. And it looks like they may go scoreless throughout this first period, but here's a chance for Team Fancy to add to the score line. No, this one blocked, and it will go back into the corner and sent back out, and that will do it. DVD, will he have time? Oh, but this one just beyond the stick, as couldn't settle it down in time to get a shot off before the intermission. We'll go to the second period. 2-0 Team Fancy, looking a little bit more in control of this game than the last one.
And for sure, at the 2-0, hard to ask for better results than that for after the first period. Bedtime engaged.
Early shot, early stop, as PK was crawling along the ground there. It was easy enough for him to stop, but really no shot is too easy to stop. Just like that one there, a slow roller that Giraffe manages to get a stick on and make the save, and he's going to send one through.
How did that get through? All the sticks are just everywhere. Oh, that's what she said.
My goodness. And again, you talk about clogging the middle. They really had it there. And again, off the draw. Big V with his fourth. He is putting on a clinic here. He is a man on a mission. and he scored just about every way
There
you can
we
score.
go
He's going to do it
again.
again.
Oh, on
Just over
top
the
of the
net.
net. Sitting on top of it. There he got it off.
Oh, man. So a flurry of scoring activity coming from the stick of Big D, and there's Slugger
Slugger.
to it. What a pass. What a shot. The one-timer from Slugger makes it 5-0. And yes, that
finally.
was fancy. That was very fancy.
Finally, the Mighty Dicks get a hold of the puck, but nothing for it. Oh.
Man, can't you taste this goat? I think that's the lyrics of the song. Here's one flying around the rink.
Ricocheted full circle, pretty much.
As
Three-quarters.
the veteran Littleton is just going to watch that go. But here is DVD and Claude. They're coming in on offense and trying to set up here as they're just trying to get something through this Team Fancy D. And that one, another swing and miss. It's back at center ice now. And here is Team Fancy loose with it. We'll be able to get this out. No, a defensive stop from the Mighty Dicks. And good to see the Dicks have a full lineup tonight. Oh, Big V. Oh, to the side and in. That was a hell of a shot right there. 6-0. And he's got it again.
Outrageous.
He fires again.
Oh, my goodness.
And but they will hold it in at the point on the other side. It's taken away. And will Lidl get to this first? He's going to have PK go ahead and handle this. So we're about halfway through this second game, and it is looking pretty good for Team Fancy right now. Much better than it did the game before. Here's another one in front, and again! Oh my! Hold the phone. Big V with his 6th goal of the game. 5 assists for Slugger. And they are just doing a great job of the offense here. Just the back and forth between them. They almost look like Matt and Dial out there.
Yeah, apparently they've worked well together.
Yeah, good rink awareness, good passing, good positioning. You know, they're always setting up right there in front. They're doing it again here. And this one broken up, though. It's Claude with a chance to get it to DVD. They will move it in. And DVD, he's got room. And we'll see where he goes with this as he's bodied away from the puck. And it will be up to Giraffe now. Mr. Moldick has joined the game in goal. So Giraffe now on defense. He was having... They were giving him fits there in the net, but really, in fairness, man, those are just some tough shots that he was facing. I mean, the quickness of some of those one-timers was fun to watch, but not when you're between the pipes.
No, I imagine not.
So now taking it again and stopped as Mr. Moldick comes out and plays that strong, and that was probably a good thing to do. So now back at center ice. The shot and the one-timer. Nope, not quite. As again, Slugger looking for Big V there, and now he's just going to go ahead and launch one here, and that one is going to go over the net. Less than a minute left in the second. Mighty Dicks trying to generate some offense. Here they go on the move. Claude, and they are going to be able to take it away from him, send it back the other way. Here's a shot and a save by Mr. Moldick as he manages to get that low one out. And, that one rocketing across the slot. 30 seconds now. And they're going to hold it in. Again, the possession game has been very strong for Team Fancy in this game, this second game of the night. They've really stepped it up as far as their offensive output and as far as just controlling the puck. You see them doing it here right now, just very patient. You see he gets around one guy, waits, fires, and the save made. Almost a dangerous one there as Mr. Moldick seemed to lose it in the lights for a second, and he does get it out, though. And so we will go to the third period with a 7-0 scoreline.
Yeah, this is completely different from last game.
Completely.
It's hard to believe the blue team's same team. Which has been dominant offensively.
Yeah, that's been a big part of it because the Mighty Dicks definitely have some goal scorers. I mean, they are definitely making moves on the offensive end, but as you see right there, I mean, it's just solid defense as they are very alert about the passing lanes. They are very quick to intercept anybody that comes in from scoring position. And there's one almost, but it looked like Mr. Moldick got a piece of that as he got some help from the rub of the post. And will they be able to dig this out and keep it moving? No, there's one across the slot again. Wasn't right where he wanted to be, but they will still hold this in. And oh, what a beautiful feed across. Swatted away by Mr. Moldick just in the nick of time. That was very, very close. PK will take this now. He hasn't had to do a whole lot here, but he is he's been there to make the stops when he needed to. So here is Slugger and DVD going at it. And it will be taken away, trying to stuff one in the side there. And not quite. This will go around the net. And here they go. DVD on the move. Across center ice. He's got room. He's going to fire. And this one will go wide to the right. Picked up by Claude. And again, they will start setting up on offense. And Claude turning, burning. He's going to go to the face-off circle. Fires. And somehow that one got knocked out of the air as a couple of sticks go up. And the puck goes down. So who will come away with this now? It is still being held on to by the Mighty Dicks, but now sent the other way. They will clear it, and it will be a race to get to this. PK will just go ahead and make it moot by hanging on to this. And he's got a pass on the wing. There is Big V. It's just going to bounce away from him, though, as a little bit extra on that one. And sending one in front, almost. And still kind of in contention there. And they're holding on and keeping it in the zone. And the Mighty Dicks running into each other now. This could be a chance. Shoots and scores! Big V with a ridiculous shot. Oh, man.
Oh, man.
One of many in this game tonight. And 8-0 is your scoreline.
That was a pretty amazing shot.
It was. It was, man. Whew. It looked like they were going to get the clear there, but not quite. And, yeah, he just turned and fired away with that
dead
backhander.
accurate. Right down the middle.
Yeah.
Just perfect strike. You know.
Yep. It's not bowling. It's NAM. There are rules. Or vice
Could have
versa.
said right
I'm
over
not
the
sure.
center of the plate or made some other sports metaphor, but
Yes.
you know, I went with bowling, so should
we love to mix our sports analogies here on Friday Night Hockey, especially in Mephi's here casting.
Oh, yes. Yes, because he'll
It's all about
occasionally say something
baseball.
stupid like the pitch.
Yeah, the field. He sends one down the field. Oh, man. But it would look like this one is going to go in the books as a W after taking an L the first game for Team Fancy. As the Mighty Dicks are just trying to get some offense moving. They've had it going. There's one from Claude. He shoots and scores.
Just as soon
they
as
will not get the shutout.
Claude says something about a shutout, and nope, never mind.
Yeah, good shot from Claude. And Big V answering immediately with a
we got our
beautiful
points.
backhander. 8 goals for Big V in this game. It must be said, if we were doing the MVP, if we were doing 3 stars, Big V, he'd a real MVP.
Yeah, he's one away from the Ovech trick.
And going for it.
No.
They're just going to go for the slow, sneaky one there, but not quite. And so we've got about a half a minute left to play in this one. We will see a third game tonight. The Swag Squad is here. They are here to compete. They're calling themselves Swag Squad, so we will too, the 8th grade graduates. I think that the 8th grade graduates was kind of a joke name anyway, but they did do a rap about being the Swag Squad, so their rap bona fides are impeccable. And Claude's shot, top shelfer, Mama keeps the cookies. That is his second with an assist from DVD. So at least the Mighty Dicks put some offense on there at the end, but it's hard to overcome an 8-goal effort from Big V in this game. And that was definitely what made the difference here.
Yeah, that's some three-pronger numbers. 9-2.
Yep, they're just getting warmed up, they say. So
Okay.
we'll see how they do against the 8th grade graduates, aka Swag Squad,
Who so far have Sweaty Crosby, Briz Easy, 8th grade graduates, Swag Squad, Titsmaster. That was one name, by the way.
That is one name.
Tim
Barrett, definitely one name.
And Allen. Team Fancy looks like they have not changed their lineup one bit.
Yeah, why tamper with success?
That's not the real Briz.
That's not the real Briz.
You really think that's not it? No way.
And they've almost got one off the opening face-off here, but not quite, as the collision is going to dislodge this puck. Now back at center ice. And will Sweaty get to it first? It is stolen. Stick in the face. Chance. Blocked. And that deflection just sends it a little bit wide to the right. That one was destined for the net otherwise. So now we'll see if they can hang on to it here. Again in the neutral zone. And again, just taking their time with it. Big V's going to send one across. And Briz Easy 8GGSS Titsmaster with the save. I'm not going to do that all game, man.
No.
We'll just call him Briz Easy. So as not to confuse with your usual Briz.
Who may or may not have been in here earlier.
Yes, it's hard to tell.
Allegedly.
Because there are accounts coming to the game at some point, which if we have not said so already, this is Hockey Question Mark that you're watching from Cryptic Sea. It is a maker of all sorts of fine video game products, including Sub Rosa, which, hell, we may have to get into some Sub Rosa tonight.
We may play some of that later, yeah. We'll see.
But you can get it free at hockeyquestionmark.com, and there's Brizzy Z with the big save. That was not free, as that was kind of coming at a tough angle. It was kind of up in the air. And so now, again, Team Fancy, look at that, 3 people on the puck carrier and getting it and moving it on offense immediately afterwards. So they are definitely in their zone right now, although no score yet. A couple of minutes in. The 8th grade graduates are looking pretty good here as well. As we'll see if they can hold Big V to less than 8 goals here.
Yeah, we'll see here. It's still 0-0, 2.5 minutes left here, halfway through the first period.
Yeah, after the torrid pace of last game, and here's one knocked down by Briz, the rebound almost there, but not quite. And this one will get up on its side and roll all the way back into the other end, and Lidl will handle this. And he kind of didn't pull the trigger all the way there, but PK there to pick it back up. Nice pass down to Big V down in the corner now. And Slugger going to go for it. Allen waiting, and Slugger not waiting. He's just going to go ahead and take this, as Lidl will watch this one go past. And now make the stop as he was heading there to fire that shot. And here's one in front, and a save made. Oh, my. That was
That
very
was close. That was really close.
1 minute and a half left in the first period. Still no score. That could change here. 2-on-1. Stopped on a big defensive play. I believe that was Tim Barrett. Yes. Who managed to get up on him just right as he was ready to make a move, whether to pass or shoot. And here's one shooting. No question there. The rebound shot across the crease. And this will give Team Fancy a chance to move it the other way. Here they come. 2-on-2. And this one will go wide to the right. It did go into the crease, but just a little shy of the net. 49 seconds left now. Here they go on the move with it. Swag Squad. Will they get it out of their zone? Again, Team Fancy with the double team. Getting the better of him. And still holding it in as everybody's just trying to chase this down. And it's going to send one across the slot. Nobody home to do anything with that. 25 seconds left, and here comes Swag Squad again. He's just going to dump this in. Slugger with it now. And we'll send it across, and always there, Big V. And they're going to play a little back and forth with the passing, and sends it in!
There you go.
Big V. With the assist from Slugger.
Right here at the end of the first period, 9 seconds left.
That was an insane goal. The angle on that was ridiculous.
They passed it back and forth a couple times, and it's like they practiced or something.
Yeah, that is good stuff. So we do not end up with a scoreless first period as Big V gets one at the closing of the first. We'll go into the second with your scoreline 1-0 in favor of Team Fancy. And I'm not sure. We'll have to find out before we go off the air what this would do to I believe if they win this, they're in, or there's some sort of weird tie break. I'm not sure. I know that if the Mighty Dicks would have won, that's a 4-way tie.
Yeah, we'll confirm that somehow.
Yeah, hopefully we'll hear from DVD, who is doing his best to stay on top of all this stuff.
Yeah.
But it's safe to say that this was the most competitive regular season so far of HQML, this season 5. It has been a fantastic run from all these teams, even the teams who are mathematically eliminated, such as Swag Squad, who are moving the puck here. Shooting from distance, scores! Briz EZ8GGSS Titsmaster with the long distance goal.
He scores goals, we can say it.
Yeah. Yeah, he scores a goal, yeah. At least.
Tie the game up here.
Yes, a very timely goal for Swag Squad. And now they're on the move again. Here's another chance. And as he got the one-timer in and the sticks came up, PK he gets the better of that particular bout. As now they will have another chance. Nope, this one got away from him. So here comes Swag Squad again.
I have spent time wondering how many of these names we've read for the last almost year and a half have been pretty much just because, dude, I don't care if it sounds dumb. I want to hear winners say it.
Oh man, I would hate to speculate on that, Killinger, but I dare say
might be a fair number.
By admission, at least a few. But yeah, that is part of the fun. It's part of the fun for us too. So, and the team names as well. As much fun as LHL is, and they use the names of their NHL counterparts, but some of the names that we've had here in HQML. What a save there by Briz. He has been their really standout player in this game so far, scoring goals, making saves, and there he makes another one. And they will just go ahead and send this down. But yes, it's been a lot of fun, and it will continue to be fun, I think. And I'm really looking forward to the playoffs here. Is anybody going to be able to stop Three Pronger?
Ooh, it's gonna be close. They have to really show up and play. But hey, if Three Pronger doesn't show up and play, either
Yeah,
literally doesn't show up or just metaphorically, they just
metaphorically doesn't show up. Yes,
either or, then hey,
shot wide to the right. But yeah, that's going to be the big question that everybody's going to have to answer going in. But yeah, we have like we said, we've seen some teams. In fact, some of the guys on Three Pronger, that they were on a team that looked pretty good like that. The Kill Squad coming at you live, if you remember. And then they got beaten by the Squad Killers in the finals, which was none of the pundits, the Skip Baylesses of HQML, if you will, nobody predicted that. So, it's going to be, I don't know. Three Pronger looks so good right now. It's going to be a little bit tougher to overcome for any of these teams. But yeah, like we said, it's who shows up that night and plays really well. That's one of the cool things about having the best of 5 finals all in one night. They said it could not be done, but we've been doing it every season here. And sometimes it makes for some very interesting games. Here's a very interesting chance, and coming out is there's a rebound. Team Fancy moving it here. They're getting shots on the net, and Brizzy Z, that was a good play to come out and be proactive in front of the net and just keep the pressure on. But now here they go, 3 in the zone. Chance, shoot, scores!
Fancy.
Big V with his second, a.k.a. Fancy V.
And yeah, he coming out here and showing them what's up a little bit. Not quite like last game, but I dare say the 8th grade graduates are playing better defense than the Mighty Dicks ever did today.
They've looked good tonight, and there's a big save. Yeah, that's been a big factor
Makes
as well.
you wonder.
2 big saves by Brizzy Z there.
Makes you wonder if they had just shown up for half the season, what could have happened?
They could have been in the playoffs. So yeah, definitely. But yeah, that last goal by Big V, that was, although we have seen some great individual effort type of goals from Big V, that was a team effort because they decided to send everybody deep. They had 3 offensive players there. They were firing from all angles. I mean, that is, it's a tough look for any goalie when you're seeing 3 guys coming at you. And so that opened up a little bit of room for Big V to work his magic. And we'll see if he continues to work his magic here in the 3rd period as they have a 2-1 lead. Will they be able to hang on to this? Now 8th grade graduates swarming on defense of their own. They've got 3 guys over there. And now the tides turn as it's 3 Team Fancy players coming at it's Briz EZ. He's doing it all. And this one will be blocked. And they went deep, which gives Big V room to move. Tim Barrett coming out. And he can't get beyond Tim Barrett. Shoots off the post.
It was such
so
a
close.
Odd angle there. Yeah.
Wide open one. And there's the one-timer, and that one does not connect. So a couple of good opportunities there for Team Fancy. And now Sweaty Crosby, our friend Sweaty Goals, he is a goal scorer, and now he's got room. And he's going to sit there. What a save. Oh, my. As PK just came out big and stopped him. As we were seeing the goalies really step it up here in this 3rd game of the night here on Friday Nite Hockey. That was quite a play, as Sweaty was just going to take his time and try to place that where he wanted. But PK out to deny him, and now here comes Team Fancy, and they're going to move it across the point. Is possible shot. He's going to send it across, as Slugger will be there. No, this one gets sent all the way back across and down, and PK will take it. We'll see where he goes with this. 3 minutes left. Slugger takes it, center ice, dumps it over to Big V. And now he will come back, pick this up, and circling back around. Nice offensive moves here as Big V will get around. He's got an empty net.
Empty net.
And that's his easiest goal of the night. But he did have to kind of corral that puck a little bit and just kind of contain it to settle it down with the first touch so he could get it in on the second. But 3-1 is the result so far. And so this could be Team Fancy maybe punching their ticket here for the playoffs.
It could very well be. It's no 9-1 like last game, but hey, if they can hold on to this lead, it'll do.
Yep, and there's a big save by Brizzy Z. And now they will send one across, and a beautiful pass, beautiful shot, and beautiful score. Once again, Big V with his fourth
All the
of
points
the game,
so far.
all 4 goals, yes. But yeah, again, it is a group effort, and you can really see that, and that was a hell of a pass. I mean, they are just setting each other up so well. A lot of this comes down to chemistry, Kildra, especially when they're starting to play at this level. You need at least 2 good forwards on offense that kind of have that knowledge of where each other is going to be.
Another shot.
And there's one, and he's going to be there to follow this in, and Slugger, top shelf. Just like fancy liquor. Team Fancy with a 5-1 lead. So yeah, it's that awareness of where each other is going to be, just setting up passing and just kind of feeding the puck to each other. They're doing a great job of that. They struggled with that because they were, I think in that first game, they were just too busy trying to hold Matt down. And that really stopped them from being able to do too much with it. But in these last 2 games, they've really been able to get into their rhythm and play their game. And now they are trying to do it again. And they will try to move this out of the neutral zone, back at center ice now. Empty net, and looked very inviting. But so now here is Brizzy Z has gone back into the net. So with 1 minute left to play, there it is, a 5-1 lead, and it looks like Team Fancy. Well, they're on the move, and Allen will shoot and score. So the 8th grade graduates won't go home empty-handed. They do at least keep it close here. There is always the distinct, but yet remote possibility that they score 3 goals here. But who knows? Sweaty Crosby. How about that one? So now if they score 2 goals in 44 seconds, which Sweaty can do it. A team led by Sweaty can certainly do it.
Here they go again.
Here they go again.
Oh,
and the
wide.
shot just wide. Looking for the rebound on the far side now. 27 seconds, and Team Fancy will probably just try to keep it down on their end.
Clock.
Yeah. 20 seconds now. And it is back in the Team Fancy zone. The shot across the crease and just wide. So Team Fancy, they looked like they had it well in hand, but a late push by the 8th grade graduates, a.k.a. Swag Squad, made them have to work a little extra hard, and they will escape with a 5-3 win. And so, so out of the 3 games that Team Fancy played tonight, they won 2. Is that going to be enough? I believe,
we're
yes.
Talk to Dick Van Dijk about that.
Well, PK says they made it.
It's probably true. I would be inclined to believe that.
Yeah, I think that's enough. Best 2 out of 3. Yeah, I think with the 2 points they already had in the books going into tonight, I believe that will be enough to get them in. I don't know for sure, but we're going to say for sure. We're just going to we'll find out next week, as you will get to see the top 4 teams from the 9 that entered this competition this season, HQML Season 5. The top 4 teams will be in the playoffs next week playing in best of 3s. If my math is correct, Kildra, that's 2 best of 3s.
Indeed, you're correct.
So that will be a lot of fun to watch. Following that, the week after will be our HQML Season 5 finals. And so very exciting times right now. The LHL playoffs are going on as well. And I think the RSL is having their playoffs too. So a lot is happening in North American hockey. It's a good time to get involved if you haven't yet. The game is Hockey Question Mark. You can find it at hockeyquestionmark.com. You can go to the subreddit at Hockey Question Mark, where I'm sure these games will be a source of discussion throughout the weekend, as there was a lot happening to talk about. And we, of course, are at IBN Casting. You can find us on Twitter at IBN Casting. Be sure to follow us here on Hitbox. Click the follow button and you'll be informed whenever we go live, as well as on the Twitter. And of course, if you did not get to see all the games, they will be on YouTube later. We always encourage people to check out our YouTube. If you go to YouTube and type in IBN Casting, you'll be able to see this and many other games of high quality. And so I think that is pretty much going to do it for us, Killinger. Your final thoughts?
That about wraps it up here. Team Fantasy put on a good show. And they almost had that first game, too. So, I mean, they almost were perfect. So, yeah.
Yeah, there will be some questions about the whole Matt thing. I mean, on the same day that Matt is crowned the king of the world as far as best hockey player, then he comes in as a ringer by Stoner Kim. So the night was not without its controversy, and it's unsurprising for a HQML Friday Night Hockey. But in the end, yeah, I think Team Fantasy did enough to earn their way into the playoffs, and the playoffs will be great. Next week, this very night and time, Friday night at 9:30 Eastern, we will be bringing you those playoffs. So definitely tune in for that. You will not want to miss it, as the season 5 draws to its inevitable but amazing conclusion. So, oh God, man, it's been quite a day here. And with all the singing and all the fun of earlier, and with the games we saw tonight, it's a good one to put in the books. So from all of us here at the Independent Broadcast Network, Dr. Killinger, I am Winners with the One, and we will see everyone next time. Thanks for watching. As always, good night.